Hello everyone, I'm Hillary with Dominion Tea, and today we're going to talk about lavender in your tea. So let's do a little bit of a history lesson with lavender. It's native to the Mediterranean region. The history books have got it both in Egyptian and Greek cultures. They used it very heavily for several different things. So one, of course, was medicinal. They were busy putting it in their baths centuries ago before it ended up in ours. They also used it very much as an insecticide. Most people don't think of lavender as an insecticide, but it's an absolute deterrent for ants in particular. And other of your kind of ground insects. So quite often it was found on the floors of homes, even up into the Middle Ages. It was routinely used in castles to help keep the mice out of the kitchen. And so lavender has played lots of different roles. So what does it do in tea? The fun part about lavender in tea is that you're just going to pick up that flavor and the aroma and some of the lavender oil when you go to brew it. So the thing to know about lavender in tea is a little bit goes a really long way. This is not an herb you want to pile into a cup. Just because it's going to be really overwhelming to take in. There are lots of cultivars of lavender. All of them are considered edible by the FDA. If you choose to grow it yourself, a couple of things you want to keep in mind. You want to be careful with fertilizers. You absolutely don't want pesticide in and around it because you don't know if it will get on the lavender, because whatever gets on there is going to come off the second you put it into boiling water. And so you just want to be careful along those lines. But the reality of it is you can actually grow your own lavender, you can dry it, and you can stick it in your own tea, and you can have fun with your own tea blends. But like I said, very little goes a long way. So watch your ratios. Sometimes you could just sprinkle it into a cup that you want to make. Your lavender, if you dry it using the sun and kind of natural air and some of the techniques that are talked about, it's still going to retain over 10% moisture, even though you're not going to be able to measure that or realize it. Commercially dried lavender actually goes through machines with laser temperature readers and a lot of specificity, because commercially we're after lavender that's going to carry a much longer shelf life. So a couple of years, if at all possible. And so the moisture level in the lavenders that usually go through commercial blends and the food supply chain are going to have moisture levels down at about 5%. So a lot tighter, allows for a longer life inside the product. But if you're doing it yourself, figure you've got about 6 months for food type application. Do store your dry lavender in an airtight container, out of sunlight, away from moisture, because it's going to behave a lot like tea. It will absorb other flavors. It will also lose its own fragrance over time. It just naturally breaks down. But you can have a lot of fun, and you can put it in a lot of beverages, so go out and play. We hope you enjoyed learning more about tea with us. Hit the subscribe button so that you can be notified when we add more videos to our channel. And check out the highlighted videos to learn even more about tea. And last but not least, you can check out all of the teas we talk about in our videos at dominiontea.com.